Hey everyone, welcome back to Beards and Dragons. You're right, this isn't God of War. Good job, you should be a detective. We are doing Arkham Asylum instead because I have not played these games all the way through, and I was getting quite fed up with God of War. It just wasn't the easiest to record, and it wasn't a lot of fun to me. So yeah, we're doing this. I'm here with Joe, as always. How you doing, bud?
Hello, hello. One could say that they could be the world's greatest detective.
Yes, that is true. I like it, I like it. It surprises me how many people don't know that DC stands for Detective Comics.
Is there still people that don't know that?
Yeah, I was talking to a friend about it the other day, and he was like, wait, what do you mean? I was like, yeah, DC Detective Comics. It started off with, like, you know, mystery kind of stuff. And he just didn't know that, and I was like, oh, well.
Interesting.
But yeah, Arkham Asylum. Yay, let's go. Mark Hamill. Luke Skywalker. Fantastic.
And what's this? Is it Kevin McConnell? Or Conroy? Kevin Conroy plays Batman.
Yeah, yeah. They were the voices of it in the animated TV show, weren't they?
Yes. And then they are the voices in Asylum, City, and Night, but not Origins.
Yes. Yeah.
Because the Batman voice actor retired, and then Mark Hamill just got done with it.
Yeah.
Yo, Frankie, how's the wife and kids?
Well, I know that Mark Hamill said that doing the voice really hurt his vocal cords a lot. So I don't, especially, and you know, as he's gotten older, I'm sure that's even more true. So I don't blame him.
Not so tight, boys. You'll crease the suit.
Get that filthy degenerate out of here.
Warden, something's not right. I'm going with him.
Not the nicest. I don't think a warden should be like that especially like mental patients.
Yeah, like that's the thing. This isn't a prison. This is an asylum. Where you go to get help, and then you go to prison.
Isn't there a version of this where they retconned it that like Batman started Arkham specifically to put these guys in here? Like they reopened Arkham specifically for like the supervillains because they couldn't put them in prison.
That might be true. I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. As much as I love Batman, I think I love the people surrounding him more than him. Because like I love Robin, I love Nightwing, I love Red Hood, and I know all their stories. Yeah.
Oracle,
but when it comes to like
good.
Batman himself, I don't know as much about the history of him getting started as Batman as I would like.
His parents died. He became a whiny little teenager, and then he went and trained with Liam Neeson.
Yes.
And became a Batman.
Okay, gotcha. I'm caught up now.
Tell me.
And he eventually gets married.
Yes, to Catwoman.
Correct.
Or Talia, but that wasn't really consensual, so.
The marriage, the only canon marriage that I know of is Catwoman.
Okay.
Time enough for you later. Speaking of time.
Ooh, that's good.
Which is really weird to me, but at the same time, I don't blame him, so.
Pencil me in for tomorrow at 4.
Which one, the Catwoman?
Yeah, I don't blame him for that.
No.
I think there was, I think it was like a what if kind of thing, but I think there was one where he and Harley fell in love. It was like Joker had taken some pills that made him go like normal.
Yeah.
And she didn't like that, so she starts working with Batman to try to get him back to being the other way, because Joker has basically convinced the entire city that Batman's the bad guy now and all this stuff.
So
And through that, they fall in love.
I am not a like super duper comics guy, but isn't there a version of the Joker that his thing is not that he's insane, but that he is so sane that that's why he is the way he is? He has like super sanity, and because of the way that the world is just bat poop crazy, like that's why he does what he does, because he's the only sane one.
Need to take my temperature?
Maybe, I don't know. I haven't heard that, but I wouldn't doubt it.
I think there is. Have you seen the new the Harley Quinn cartoon?
Get the door open.
I've seen clips of it. I haven't actually watched it.
I think I've watched the first season of it, all of it, but the episode where they break King Shark out of prison is hilarious. Because, like, as they're pulling him out of prison, like, a new prisoner comes in, and you know how they call new prisoners fish? New fish coming in, and, like, King Shark just loses. He's like, I told you not to bleep and say that! You can't say that word
I've seen
anymore!
that clip,
I will kill all of you!
I've seen that clip.
Hilarious. Because he's just a super nice guy the whole time. Never does anything mean, and then he just loses it on the prisoners. It's like, that's funny.
Get ready.
It's a decent, it's a well-made cartoon. Like, it's not bad.
The only thing that I don't like from it is that they make fun of Nightwing a lot, and that's the only thing that I don't. No, Nightwing's amazing.
As you should.
No, Nightwing's better than Batman.
His
okay?
name is Dick. So
He didn't have a choice in that. And back in the 30s, that was a pretty common name.
I will hunt you down.
have you seen the old timer comics where like they used to use the phrase boner to mean a mistake? So there's like old time Batman comics is like Joker's like, I made a real boner of this.
Yeah.
It's like,
That reminds me. I really need to get me some new shoes.
Move up.
Yeah, no, I love comics and old comics. I was unpacking a lot of my boxes today, and I got all my comics out, and I don't know, I'm going to look through eBay to see if any of them are worth anything.
okay.
Because I have some old ones. Like, I have some of the original Looney Tunes. I have a couple of the, like, 40s Batman that are still, like, in good condition.
Yeah. Speaking of eBay, I am bidding on a new barrel for my hunting rifle.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm trying to swap it out for. It's currently 6.5 Creedmoor. I'm trying to swap it out to be a
You've never let me
308.
catch you this easily.
Yeah.
Just because ammo is silly cheap for 308, I can get good deals, and 6.5 is more expensive.
Yeah.
And my brother-in-law was doing research on it, and like the Savage I have is like the 6.5 chamber and bolt and everything. All to swap it out, all you have to do is change the barrel, and it's because it's the same size cartridge. It's just the same size cartridge, same size everything. It's just it works.
Yeah.
Stay where you are.
It's like, which is nice.
Get a light on him.
But yeah, the cheapest 6.5 ammo I can get is like $2 a round,
Yeah.
and I can get 308 for 50 cents.
Trust me.
Yeah.
Our guest.
Okay, just real quick. Batman's arms are what I want mine to be like one day.
It's a bit too much.
Nah.
You're back. You killed 3 of my.
Like, especially the forearms. Like, man, how do you like effectively work out the forearms? I know like 2 exercises for them, and neither one of them really gains size. It just leans, like, puts on lean muscle.
Like the grip strength ones, like those squeezy
That's
thing,
true, yeah.
like that will do it. But
Yeah, that's
like
true.
it's ridiculous the amount. I will
Like,
say in
forearms
terms of
have to be some of the hardest muscles to build up.
well, the stuff that Batman does though, the like pulling yourself up on things, that's going to build your forearms. But
Yeah, that is true.
I was gonna say one of the things I'm like just looking at him is like Batman needs to learn to not skip leg day.
talking about
because
you,
I feel like
He has-
he's it's not bad. It's just you can tell is like the arms are much bigger than the legs, and they
Yeah, in
if you're
proportion, yeah.
he should
He surrendered
also
almost
not
without
skip
a
leg
fight.
day.
I don't
Ooh,
like it.
we
To be
should
fair,
to be fair.
I
Where he belongs.
like, okay, this is my thinking on that. He has to run around a lot for his job and, like, you know, be able to run fast, climb buildings at a moment's notice.
Yeah.
If his legs are all sore from leg day, he wouldn't be able to do that as efficiently.
Technically true, but I think in the training montage, like he does all of his training, like he's not doing arm day and upper body workout. Like most of his bulking now is like just maintaining. So it's
Yeah.
like
That is true.
Come on in.
Welcome to the madhouse.
To the madhouse, Batman.
And you sprang it gloriously. Now let's get this party.
I want to know how I got these scars. Ooh, we should totally do a counter of every time that Batman actually kills a guy, because his, you know, his code of do not kill.
Yeah. How?
That guy's probably dead.
I mean, yeah, there are, like, some times where, like right there, that would have killed him. His
At a-
head was
at
against the wall.
Very least, that would have broken his jaw.
Oh, probably his neck at the very least.
Which probably, well, if he braced, like, because he had his arms up, so, like, realistically, he could have braced his neck. But that would have broken his jaw, and then he probably would have asphyxiated on blood or vomit, because he
Yeah.
passed out. And it's... But the takedowns, that dude's dead.
Yeah.
Or massively concussed.
Yeah, it's kind of rough.
Like, a concussion will kill you, so...
Yeah, no, that's true.
I'll find a way.
And like once you well, not as much in this game, but once in Arkham City when you're flying around and you like drop off of a building and land on a guy and knock him out, it's like that dude's dead.
Yeah.
Speaking of physics and comics and stuff, I do like the fact that they killed Gwen Stacy because of physics.
Yes.
Because
yeah.
realistically, if you drop somebody from that high and then you immediately stop their momentum, it's going to shatter their spine. And it's like, that's how Gwen Stacy died.
Of course it is.
Yeah, like, okay, I get that, but at the same time, I would have thought that Peter's web fluid would, like, have a little bit more give than that, but it was just like a rope.
But, I mean, even if it does, like, if you're going at, like, falling off of a building at terminal velocity, like a bungee cord, you're not hitting terminal velocity because as soon as you start going, it starts slowing it down because as it's stretching out. But
Yeah.
his web fluid, like she's going terminal velocity and it's grabbing her. So even if it has some give to it, you're still stopping terminal velocity. It's called terminal velocity for a reason.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's going to break something.
Oh, yeah.
They kind of cheesed it in the movie, the Andrew Garfield movie, and they made her hit the ground. But yeah, it's
Oh,
like
did they?
they did. She hits the ground.
See, I haven't seen the Andrew Garfield movies.
They're not bad. It's just one of those. It's obvious that he's not a teenager and he's playing a high schooler. Whereas Tom
Yeah.
Holland, at least in the first Spider-Man, he was a teenager. He was like 18.
He's running free in Arkham.
Yeah.
Do you need anything? Is my
No, that's true. Oh.
Commissioner
But
Gordon.
I mean,
is
they're
safe.
not bad.
Joker's not far ahead. I'll
What's
stay
her
in
name?
touch.
Emma Stone makes a good Gwen Stacy. It was like
I like Emma Stone. I haven't seen her in a lot of things, but she seems pretty cool.
I like that they went a different direction than the typical Mary Jane. I
Yeah.
like in the Tom Holland ones that they went in a different direction with the Mary Jane. I was like, I like
The
that.
same.
It's like,
No, I do too.
I'm not one of those, like, there are certain characters that it's like, hey, the original source material was a certain demographic of people and they should keep it that demographic of people.
Yeah.
But other things is like, yeah, Mary Jane's a white redheaded, but like Zendaya makes a great Mary Jane. Like, I'm cool with that.
yeah, no, she does
Broken
really
spine.
good.
Got to get closer.
crushed.
Yeah, no,
like he just
I
punched
like her
his
as
nose
MJ.
into his brain. Like Zaz is dead right there.
No, I like her as MJ. I did like. Is it Kirsten Dunst that played him in Tobey Maguire?
The first one she was okay, and the second one, like honestly, she got a little too old for it, and it's like
No, she did.
The
She
second
did.
and third movies, it does kind of seem like she's phoning it in a little bit. Is like I don't dislike her in general, but
Yeah. She was probably one of my first movie crushes because, like, I remember watching those movies and thinking that she was cute. But that didn't last for very long.
when I was a young teenager, I liked blondes, but then I kind of went to brunettes. So it was kind of like Anne Hathaway. It was Anne Hathaway for the
Arkham
longest
Asylum
time.
just vanished off the network.
Yeah.
He's in
Wonder
control
Woman
of
kind of
the
switched it to Gal
security.
Gadot, but
He's probably isolated it from the grid.
That's not all he's done. All the
I was
way
like,
leads are reporting he's placed bombs
it's like
all
them
over
and
Gotham.
Israelis make some
This'll
pretty
detonate if anyone
girls.
sets foot on Arkham
Kevin
You're not wrong.
Conroy
being suppressed
is
at the moment, but the story
Batman.
will break any time now.
He did pass away
It's
last
just a
year.
diversion to keep people away.
Yeah, I remember
How do
that.
you know?
Yeah.
I know him.
Try the radio. Control should be able to shut down the gate.
This is gonna sound really morbid. Who do you think will live longer, Harrison Ford or Mark Hamill?
Batman, I'm patching you into the guard
Harrison
radio
Ford.
feed.
That's kind of what I'm thinking.
Harrison Ford is already like 30 years older than Mark Hamill.
Wait, is he?
Oh
He's
yeah,
not
Harrison
that-
Ford is like 80.
Sorry, feed's down.
Did you not know that?
Down like crazy.
Like, I knew he was old, but
Like
I
he's
didn't.
hella old.
Isn't Mark Hamill almost 70?
No, Mark Hamill's like low 60s at the most.
Oh.
Harrison Ford is 80, July 1942.
Warning. Decontamination. Toxins detected.
Mark Hamill is 71.
Okay.
So it's not 30 years, so 9 years, but I
Joker toxin. Listen.
think in
the room is
general
full of
at this
poison
point,
gas.
like
Anyone
Harrison
caught in
Ford
there
is
is
much
dead.
healthier.
Yeah, I think so.
There is a trivia bit from some movie he was in with Paul Bettany, and like Harrison Ford was getting mad at because like Harrison Ford's character gets punched through like one of those wood slat doors,
This isn't as simple as
Yeah.
and they were trying to like phone in the punch and like do a stunt thing, and Harrison Ford was getting mad at him because they weren't punching him.
Oh, yeah.
You're gonna be fine.
And then
I can see that.
there was another movie, and I can't remember who the other guy was with, but basically, like, Harrison couldn't get the fake punch right, so Harrison actually knocked the other actor out. Because he just
Nice.
decked it. As in 70-year-old man.
As he should.
Yeah.
I'm going
It's-
after the
so-
animal who did this.
Batman, the extraction system. Trying to get to the control panel at the end of the room.
I will be
You don't have to
mildly-
save this guy, I don't think.
I think you do. It's scripted. But, I mean, you save him and then you break his neck, so... Same. Okay. So,
Oops, it's that one.
this... There is one of the versions of Harley Quinn where she's voiced by by Twilight Sparkle.
Twilight. Oh, yeah.
I don't know if it's one of the Arkham games or if it's the cartoon.
The English voice actor for Light Yagami from Death Note is a My Little Pony voice actor.
Batman, you rock. Joker doesn't stand a chance.
Is he? Let's see what this looks like.
Death Note is like my favorite like show of all time, not just anime. I love Death Note so much.
The live action is really bad.
Oh yeah,
It's
I'm
not.
not talking
It's
about
not
the live
Avatar:
action.
The Last Airbender bad, but it's really bad. I think that's like the worst adaptation.
Yeah, it is kind of like the one that people think of.
Yeah, it's like, and that is kind of the first movie that made me lose respect for M. Night Shyamalan.
Yeah.
Because there was that one and then The Happening. And
Like,
it's
don't
just
get me
this,
wrong,
like,
he does good movies, but he also does some real stinkers.
well, like, Last Airbender, it's like, so one of the things is, like, if you have, the thing that bothered me is, like, if you have a source material that is voice acted, so you have people saying the names of things, so you have pronunciation, so it's Aang, it's Katara, it's Sokka, and you then go and then change them, you're going to make your fan base mad. Like, guaranteed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Double tap.
So Tara Strong did Harley Quinn in Arkham City and the Injustice games.
Okay.
And she also did Twilight Sparkle.
Gotcha.
I know about My Little Pony because I have a daughter, and we watched it together when I got back from my deployment. So.
Oh, you don't have to be ashamed of it.
I'm not. I'm not a brony, but it's a good show. And then they kind of ruined it with the new garbage because they had to go all like woke with it.
Oh, really?
And that's why it died.
Oh. Yeah. I didn't know that was a time I could attack.
If it didn't tell you already, you gotta do the weird cape swirly thing and then you can beat him.
You don't even have to do that. It's either once he gets you down to a certain amount of health or a certain amount of time, he just dies.
Oh, okay. Well, there's fights later in the game where you have to do the cape swirl thing. Because he basically
Killer
blocks
Croc
you.
one.
Killer Croc is like that, but these guys become the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one of the biggest complaints I've heard from this game is that the bosses are not very good. But he should do it. If he would just do it, he would save so many lives.
Mm-hmm. There's one of the cartoons or comics or something where Batman actually admits that. There's like all of these problems would be solved if I just broke the rule and killed Joker.
Oh yeah. And the thing is, it's not like he just decides not to kill him most of the time. He has actively stopped people that would have killed him.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Batman, I'm over here.
it's rough. Alright, I want... Swoop down.
Super punches.
Super punch.
If you weren't playing on easy, I would say go with the armor upgrade, but you don't really need it in easy mode.
No.
Oh, you should get the power where you can suck people's blood to refill your health, though. The vampire. That's always a good one.
Something tells me that's not in this game, but...
Huh. I didn't know Tara Strong did the Hamtaro cartoon.
Get in here before more.
Did you ever watch Hamtaro?
No, I haven't.
It came out of nowhere.
It's a good show.
Jerry in here, powered up the gate.
So, for anyone wondering, we recorded up to this point last week when we recorded, but we were both just not here for that, and it was just, like, really boring and not good. So, I've kind of, like, sped through this first bit, because it's fresh on my mind.
Security loop is locked.
Faux show.
Joker.
You were expecting maybe Two-Face?
There's no escape, Joker.
Silly bat! I don't want to escape. I'm having way too much fun. I even have you here to keep a smile on my face.
Not for long.
Really? We'll see. Ta-ta! Oh, I forgot to
Doesn't Ra's al Ghul show up in one of these games?
I think it's City.
Harley as we speak.
Okay.
Officer Bowles.
If I see you
Did he just say Officer Balls?
Bowls, I think.
Okay, that makes more sense. I did watch through the first 2 seasons of
system is down.
Demon Slayer this week.
Open the door you came in.
Oh, wow. You enjoy it?
I did. It's a good show.
Bowles wasn't too smart.
I liked it. I started watching it before. I just didn't it was good. I just didn't have the time to devote to it, and so I was just watching it this week while working.
Yeah, I get that. I am not. So I go through phases with anime. I either really want to watch it nonstop, or I just couldn't care in the least about it, and I'm kind of in the I don't really care about it that much right now.
I get you. Same.
No, but
Oracle, I'm getting him back. Joker will not win. I won't let him. I'm starting where he was taken. A guard named Frank Bowles attacked him. If I find Frank, I'll find your father.
Bruce, hurry.
You know, if anybody was a normal person and killed as many people as the Joker, they would get the death penalty for sure.
For real.
But
does it just not exist for Gotham?
Well, so
oh no, because haven't some of the villains become villains during their execution?
So that's possible. I think part of it is that the whole, because of they're criminally insane, that the legal system in Gotham is just good enough that they're you cannot execute a mentally deranged person, because the Joker, his insanity argument is he can't understand what murder and death penalty and stuff is, even though that's not true.
Yeah. Joker is extremely high functioning for being insane. Just being honest.
That's why I said one of the there is a comic. I don't remember which one it is, but that puts his origin story is he's super sane. He's the only sane. He's so sane that's why he does all this, because the rest of the world is crazy. Yeah. And it's y'all can't handle sanity. Which I get it is true. Okay.
The door coming upstairs where I am now does not shut as well as it should, so the cat is able to just push it open. And I don't like that. I don't like the door being open while I record.
Okay.
This is probably a good stopping point.
I was gonna say that.
Yeah. Everyone, thank you so much for watching. It means a lot to us. We're slowly growing, and that also means a lot to us. And yeah, thank you just for the continued support. If you like the video, you know what to do. Joe, anything you want to say?
Nothing right now. But see y'all next time. Same bat time, same bat channel. Bye.
Goodbye.